guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I did these cool water marble nails. If you follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, you may have seen I've been having a bit of fun practicing my water marbling lately, so I thought it might be helpful to include a few tips for water marbling in this tutorial. I'm definitely no expert, but as a beginner to this technique myself, I thought I'd share what I've learnt with you so far. So let's get started. So I've prepped my nails first by painting them completely white and allowing the base colour to dry. So the first tip I have is to use warm water when water marbling. I find this helps the polish spread more easily across the surface. The second tip is to use some sort of barrier for your cuticles. Today I'm using my favourite Liquid Palisade by Kiosk, but you can use any kind of peel-off product. I actually have a DIY video which I'll leave linked down below, but basically you want to cover a decent amount of skin around your nail, as this will make a huge difference when we get to the cleanup process. Another thing I suggest doing is protecting the skin on the back of your finger, as this can also get really messy. Okay, so my next tip is to practice. Seriously, before you even think about dipping your nails into a design, you want to make sure you've practiced how you want the design to look, because trust me, this is the hardest part. So for this design, I'm placing a drop of white, black and grey close to the surface of the water. I'm then grabbing a water marbling tool. If you don't have one of these, you can use a toothpick or something pointy. I'm then just kind of swirling the tool around, and as you can see, this is why we practice first. So let's try that again. Another tip is to use a formula that's not too thick, so this is why it's also really important to practice before you start, to make sure you're happy with the consistency of the nail polish. And so I'm going to just keep practicing until I feel like I have the hang of it and I've got an idea of how I want the design to look. Okay, so now it's time to transfer the design over to our nails. So I'm carefully placing my nail down onto the surface of the water, and what I like to do is hold it there immersed in the water for a few seconds. I'm then grabbing my water marbling tool and using that to pick up any excess polish from the surface of the water. And there we have it, a gorgeous marble design. Now you might find that sometimes the polish takes a bit of time to dry enough so that you can pick it up from the surface. So what I've found is if you very gently blow on the polish, it will dry quicker, and therefore you can remove that polish and pull your finger out sooner. Okay, so now we're ready to remove the polish barrier. I like to use tweezers to do this, and I find the best way to remove this is to peel up the bit from behind the finger first and lift that up high enough that we can just lift this over the top of the nail and remove it all in one piece, like so. Now you want to be really careful not to accidentally drag the Liquid Palisade over the design, because it will ruin it, or to accidentally knock it with the tweezers, so be very careful when you do this. What I then like to do is grab a cotton pad soaked in nail polish remover and use this to carefully wipe away any excess polish still stuck to my finger. Another really important tip is to clean the water marbling tool in between each time you use it. So I like to keep another cotton pad soaked in nail polish remover to the side, and after each time I use the tool, I fold this pad over the tip, gently twist and pull the tool out, and it will be clean as new. Same goes for if you're using a toothpick, or you may just like to use a new toothpick for each time. Okay, so we're almost done now, but of course we have to finish it all off with a top coat. A tip here is to be really careful not to press down so hard when applying your top coat that you smudge the beautiful design we've just created. So I like to use a generous amount and not push hard enough that the brush touches the nail, but just gently kind of swipes the polish over the surface of the nail. And there we have it, these gorgeous marble nails. I'm so obsessed with how these turned out, and with a little bit of practice, they really weren't that hard at all to achieve. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. Let me know what you think about this style of video in the comments below, like intertwining tips into a nail art tutorial. And let me know if you want me to do a bit of a series on tips for water marbling or how to do different designs, because I've definitely been practicing my technique. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.